Good morning. This is Christine Williams from the Soulful Guild bringing you a cup of glow this morning. It is September the 7th. It's Friday, long awaited Friday. Oh, this week has been an interesting week. It's been up and down, unexpected, reality, a lot of information, and a lot of indecision, and a lot of wonder. And because of that, I wanted to use a different oracle today. You know, I kind of always go with the flow and follow what my inner guidance tells me. So today I thought I would use the runes. That's spelled Runes. Runes are a very ancient oracle which was used by the wise ones. And runes are symbols that hold meaning and information. And I was trying to look in my introduction to find something that I could read that would help you understand runes and how they can be used, because that was something that was new to me, and it was really interesting and very informational. It's like another language that we don't know except we know. It's a language of the higher self, of the self unconscious mind, okay? And it says here, runes are healing and merciful. They will do no harm. Learn their language and they will speak to you. They speak of positivity. A mirror, they are a mirror of the knowing self, a means of communication with the knowledge of our subconscious mind. In other words, law of attraction brings you to choose a rune which has a message, which is connected to the higher knowing of your subconscious mind. So when we're in situations where we may not be quite sure what to do, and maybe we've researched and gone through it in our mind and we just don't know. The runes were consulted to guide someone to their higher knowing. There was another little passage here that I wanted to read. The runes are free of anxiety, radically alone, unattached to the outcome. The spiritual warrior practices absolute trust in struggles for awareness, in consistently mindfully, and is consistently mindful in what matters is to have true presence. So the runes draw you to your true presence, your subconscious, your inner being, your most highest self. And they follow, the goal is self-change, bringing one to the higher self. It also is spoken of the spiritual warrior in a sacred Hindu text called the Bhagavad, I never say this right, Bhagavad Gita. My friends would correct me on that. But I call it the Bhagavad Gita, and that's not right. Anyway, there's a verse that says, lift the self by the self, and don't let the self droop down. So it's speaking of the higher self here, and the runes are the order of the higher self. So when you pull a rune, there's a symbol on it, and then the symbol has a language or a message to that symbol. So I pulled a symbol for today. And the symbol that came out was this. And that in a rune has a whole meaning. So let me read the meaning to you. Take a cup, take a sip, settle in, because stuff's happening that we really need to call upon our higher self. I'm going to read this because the message is really critical. Now, also, it describes and explains that oracles were not meant for fortune telling. They're not meant for telling someone what to do. They're meant to call someone to their higher wisdom, to their spirit, to their highest self, to find the answers. And they just pointing like traffic signs and signs along the way to help us get to that destination, that higher knowing. And so the message here is one to be thought about and meditated upon, and apply it to a situation. And you'll know immediately what the situation is about. Here we go. The name of this rune is Standstill, withdraw, ice. Now that feels kind of, ooh, you know. In kindergarten, we would tell the kids, stop, look, and listen. Okay? Not much difference. The winter of the spiritual life is upon you. You may find yourself entangled in a situation of which implications you are, in effect, blind. You don't know what to do. You may feel powerless to do anything except submit, surrender, even sacrifice some long-cherished desire. Be patient, for this is a period of gestation that precedes a rebirth. Now, interesting that in my weekly read, the middle card for the midweek was death, which means transformation, a shedding of the old, which allows us the new to be reborn. Positive accomplishment is unlikely now. There is a freeze on useful activity. That means bustling about and trying to fix it isn't going to fix it. All of your plans are on hold. You may be experiencing an unaccustomed drain on your energy and wonder why. A chill wind is reaching you over the ice floes of the old, outmoded habits. Trying to hold on can result in shallowness of feeling, a sense of being out of touch of life with life. Seek to discover what is in you that you are holding on that perpetuates this condition, and then let go. Shed, release, cleanse away the old. Doing so will bring on the thaw. Usually, Isa, which is the name of this rune, or Isa, requires a sacrifice of the personal, the I. At such a time, you cannot hope to rely upon help or friendly support, and yet there's no reason for anxiety. Submit and be still. Submit and be still. For that you are experiencing is not necessarily the result of your actions or habits, but rather arises from conditions about which you can do nothing. What has been full must be empty. What has increased must decrease. This is the way of the heaven and earth. To surrender is to display courage and wisdom. And yet there is another face to stand still, and that is the one I want us to pay attention to, because herein is the wisdom of stand still. Just as winter is a time for going within, drawing Isa can announce a time of restoration and renewal at the deepest level. In your solitude, exercise caution and do not stubbornly persist in attempting to work your will. Remain mindful at the seed of the new, at the new that is present in the shell of the old. The seed of the unrealized potential, the seed of the good. Trust your own process and watch for signs of spring. Wow, what a beautiful message that is. And the title of and the name of this rune, Standstill, withdrawal, ice, be still, allow. That's probably one of the hardest things to do in a moment of crisis in which we think is crisis, which is actually at its highest level change. When we allow something to slip away, then we allow something new to be born. And that is what this rune speaks of, is for us to go to our higher self and be still and allow the quiet passing of something old, something that something is out of your hands. It's out of your control. It's not caused by you. It's just a matter of the circumstances of a situation. Wisdom is calling upon you to be still and to be patient through this process. As one thing passes away, the gift is the seed within the core, within the center. So I thought that was a really beautiful message at this time when there's something that is passing away, something that is leaving us, an aspect of ourself that has been a part of us for a very long time. Often when something leaves, we want to hold even tighter. But that doesn't serve our growth, our evolution, our ability to change, nor does it allow something new to come in. So at this moment, be still. Be like the winter. Withdraw. Pull in. All the trees at this time are pulling in their energy, going into the very core. And as a result, the leaves fall. They change color and they fall. It's a beautiful transformation if we will just stop and watch it. So stop, take time, observe your beautiful transformation instead of trying to save it, instead of trying to breathe back life into something that needs to pass and be let go of. And then look and watch for that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful new thing that is being transformed. That will arrive like in the spring, a new flower, a new leaf. Something beautiful is about to break forth out of the ground, to break forth out of the soul and be born into your life. But at this moment, be still. Cup of glow to you today. Thanks for taking the time to listen, spend some time with me this morning. If you enjoy this message, please share it, pass it along, make a comment. Somebody did that yesterday. I was so grateful. Thank you so much for passing along this message. And love to you, Cup of Glow. I'll be here tomorrow for some more guidance and information to make our day bright. Thank you. Have a great day.